Do you know which companies you've given your personal data to, or what they will use your data for? As of the end of May 2018, you now have more control over your personal data than ever before, which is great news for all of us. But beyond lots of emails containing new terms in the name of GDPR, what does this actually mean?
The GDPR stands for the General Data Protection Regulation and was introduced across the EU on the 25th of May 2018. It provides you with stronger rights regarding how companies use or store your personal data and gives you control of your data. It means that companies have to take privacy very seriously and be mindful of how important data is to our lives.
When my bank has data about me, I would like to be able to see it so I can check that it's accurate and so I can just know what they have. That's what GDPR does. It gives me the right to be able to have control over all my personal information held by a company. This means I have confidence that the services being provided to me are based on the right information and my data is being used for what I want it to be used for. I now have a clear right to have information on how they will process my data, and I have a right to request all of my data so I can send it to another provider. For instance, this means I can easily take my data to a new bank if I would like to.
How do I know if I'm getting a good deal, as my situation is not the norm? The way I understand it is that under GDPR, I can request that any decision being made based on my personal data such as age, where I live, or my academic attainment, that is usually made by computers through an automated processing, to instead be made by people. GDPR also allows me to express my point of view and contest the decision being made if I believe my situation means a different decision is possible. This means if I think my insurer or credit provider is making a decision based solely on computers and not taking in my situation, then under GDPR I can ask that a real person reviews the decision.
I would like to have a choice of when companies use my personal data for marketing and to delete my data if I do not want a company to have it anymore. Under the GDPR, I have the right to object to my data being processed, and I have the right to request that data is deleted, also known as the right to be forgotten. Even if a company is entitled to keep my data, I can restrict the way it is used before it is deleted. In the event of a data security breach, I am also entitled to know about it if that breach creates a risk for me. For example, if someone could use my credit card details or access my bank account.
Personal data means any information that relates to you as an individual. And this includes not just your name or date of birth, but also what you like, what you buy, and who you know. The law protects your personal data by giving you control over it. In some cases, your personal data can only be used with your consent. When asked to give your consent to use your personal data, it must be given by taking positive action, for example, by ticking a checkbox. Your consent is important. Make sure you understand the personal data you are providing to a company and what they plan to do with it. If you wish, you can withdraw your consent at any time.
The financial services sector is at the heart of the UK's economy, generating each and every year £72 billion in tax revenues across 24,000 businesses. These companies interface with you on a daily basis for your financial needs, such as banking, insurance, investment services, and global payments. Handling your personal data is critical to the success of the industry and aligns closely with some of our civic principles, where we strive for integrity, value to society, and clear communications. As such, I am delighted to see the GDPR come into effect to ensure that privacy and data protection is embedded into companies, therefore benefiting every person in the UK. The GDPR enhances the existing laws and regulations that apply to financial services companies at a time where the ever-increasing pace of technological change and introduction of new services means your personal data is being used in new and different ways that were not previously imagined. So please take control of your personal data and use your new rights, because your personal data is your life.